This is my court vision for CST 391. So pretty much what it is it's a NBA stats tracker. It's moved more into like an inventory of the players rather than a stat tracker, just because I didn't have time to fully generate all the stats for the players. So mainly it's an inventory of the NBA players. We're able to add, delete, kind of just customize it to be my own. Um, our architecture, the way this works is Angular's the front end. That's the browser part. It's like what the user sees the front end. It calls a service that I made that hits the API. The API Express and TypeScript, and that's where all the actual crude logic lives. Um, that creates, updates, deletes the players and stuff like that. And then under all that is actually the SQL where the database is. So I've got the foreign key set up so players connect to teams and stat lines connect to players and games. So it doesn't break if, one thing gets deleted. And oh yeah, and the Angular and the API run on different ports. So I set up a proxy so they could actually talk to each other without CORS errors. Um, that's the that's the full architecture. If we move into our Postman app, we could actually we could see I already full screen this. Already ran get all the teams, but we'll just send it again just for the sake of the video. There we go. So we have all our teams right here that we have currently. If we go ahead and post a new team, and then if we go into if we go into our body right here, we can change this up. I have it copy and pasted just to save us a little bit of time. Right, should work. And there we go. So now we have a new team ID 14, the Portland Trailblazers. And then we'll get that real quick. Or actually, we can rotate to our SQL bench. And then if we run this again, we can see the new team. So that's the new team right there. So we go up here, 14, and that is, of course, get to save it right there. So as we can see, the new created teams, and then we could do the put to update it. Put, and let's just say they changed their division and went to Pacific. Pacific. Right, and then we send that. There we go. So that's updated. Go here and then run that again so we can see. There we go. So the new updates, again, using that SQL, using the backend so they can communicate with each other. And then quickly, we will just delete it. Delete team ID 14 still. Deleted. And then once again, run that to confirm. Hey, that team's gone. Perfect. So really just the challenge on that was the TypeScript and Express setup took a lot of trial and error before the routes even compiled. I guess the lesson learned would I should probably do the database first, and then that'll save me from have to redo a lot of things later. Now, sorry, I'm running low on time. If we rotate over to our app, here we go. The app itself, all the players, quickly run through LeBron James, view, position, team ID, player ID, jersey number, edit LeBron James Senior because he technically is a senior now, I guess. Boom. Back to players. Updated 42 players. We could add a player. Ian E1 center 8. There we go. There we can see. And then back to players. 43 players now registered. And then Ian should be down here. Ian, there we go. Oklahoma City Thunder. Delete him real quick. That's pretty much the app itself. Again, super simple, just kind of an inventory keeper of them. The challenge was probably sharing one form component between create and edit needed extra logic to detect what mode it's actually in. Because the API was already solid though, wiring the Angular's HTTP client was pretty smooth and got it done pretty easily. As far as Milestone 5 goes, if we rotate back into our slides here, um, no real huge changes. I did populate it with data. Um, with our 35 players and one our 42 players or whatever it was. And then it's added some new teams. And then I also changed it was before it was just team ID. I changed that to be an actual team name instead of a an ID. As far as the known issues, we still have um just need to put real stats. That's pretty much it. The Christian worldview part, I kind of just said, like becoming a web developer means being responsible for the people you're never likely to meet because, you're in charge of the website. You don't actually get to interact with these people. So just always making sure, it looks nice. It's spreading the right image, it's not discriminatory or anything like that. That's kind of just how I tied it in. Um, being a proper stewardship, using your ability for good. And that's pretty much it, yeah. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Super fun class. I wish I got to add stats. I'll probably do that on my own time. But yeah, thank you for watching. See you next time.